5 years ago, Thanos erased half of the universe. But the people of this planet brought everyone back with a snap of a finger. Humanity once believed we were gods. With what this planet now faces, they will believe again.
Eternals assemble.
What's the plan?
We fight.
Marvel Studios Eternals, rated PG-13. Get tickets now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the world premiere of Marvel Studios Eternals. We are live in Hollywood. I am Tamara Krinsky.
And I'm James Arthur M., and we are so excited to bring you all this amazing film tonight. We are going to have so much fun right here at the world premiere of Marvel Studios' The Eternals.
That's right, because we are live in Hollywood. We are on Hollywood Boulevard, surrounded by the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Lining these streets are iconic theaters from Hollywood's golden era, and the Dolby Theater, where in just a little while, after they walk the carpet, the cast and crew will be heading in to see Marvel Studios Eternals for the very first time.
I mean, that's incredibly exciting. And you know, with a movie that is this incredibly epic, we are surrounded by some of the biggest fans here of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Fans, make some noise here!
We want to hear from you!
Oh, wow!
Yes!
Look at that. I mean, the energy, it is just a cosmic energy that is radiating out of them.
All right.
We're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
I love the fact that this movie hasn't even come out yet. It comes out on November 5th. Tickets are on sale. You should get them now. And we already have some amazing cosplay happening with characters from the film. So Marvel fans, you're the best. We're here for you, and we are here for all of you watching at home. And I want to give a special shout out to our presenting sponsor, Lexus, for sponsoring this live stream and bringing everything happening here straight to you.
Absolutely. And remember, you can join in on the conversation. You're here tonight watching, but you are part of the magic as well. So make sure to join in the conversation. You can catch us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and right at marvel.com as well.
That's right. And you can always follow us for all things Marvel at Marvel. But for this film specifically, you can find us on Twitter at The Eternals. You can find us on Facebook at Official Eternals. You can find us on Instagram at Eternals. Or you can just use the hashtag Eternals, whatever platform you are on. We want to hear what you have to say, so send us your questions. Let us know what you're seeing here on the actual blue carpet that you're excited about tonight.
Well, also tomorrow, I mean, this movie, it is so epic. We could not do it alone. We had to this is an epic movie with an epic superhero team. We needed an epic team of our own. So we've got, joining us as well, we've got Josh Soleil, Ray Lowe, and Justin Warner. So let's get in touch with our team. Josh and Ray, how's it going, party people? What do you see over there?
Tamara and James, thank you so much, and thank you to all the Marvel fans that are watching. Ray and I are on the other side of the carpet, waiting for the cast and crew to arrive to see the carpet for the first time.
And we'll be speaking to some of these stars and some other friends of the MCU. They'll be bringing their reactions to this truly incredible event.
And because this night is so big, we need our own mini Eternal squad, and we couldn't do it without Justin Warner, who is right now with the Marvel fans. So let's check him out to get that inside scoop. Justin, how you doing?
Oh, I am feeling so good. If you were to take the temperature of the energy on this carpet, it is nothing short of otherworldly. Would you like some proof? Fans, are you excited for tonight? They have been waiting and waiting to release that pent-up energy. Enough said. Let's take it back to the front of the carpet. How's it going, guys?
We are so good. We love hearing that energy from the fans, and we're so excited for this new film. It's a team origin film introducing 10 new superheroes to the MCU at the same time. That's never been done before.
Never been done before. And I mean, the cast, can we talk about the cast for just a moment? I mean, it's an epic cast. They're incredibly diverse and international superstars. I mean, award winners from the Oscars, the Emmys. I mean, it's a powerhouse of a team here.
And supporting that powerhouse team of actors, you've got an incredible creative team, right? The film is directed by Chloe Zhao. She's an Academy Award winner. Pretty amazing. And a wonderful team of writers creating the story, building this world of the Eternals.
Well, and then, of course, you've got our fearless leader, Kevin Feige, who's ushering in, I mean, this is the 25th movie here.
25 MCU films.
It's so wild. I hope we get to talk to him. I want to know, how does he keep it fresh? And maybe we can get some secrets out of him of what's to come in the future. Don't laugh. I might be able to do it. I might do it.
We're going to try. We do want to remind everybody watching that we are live. Anything can happen. We never know who's going to show up. Hopefully, we'll also get some of the rest of the Marvel leadership, Marvel Studios leadership, including producer Nate Moore, who, when you and I had the good fortune to anchor the Marvel Studios Black Panther premiere, we got to talk to him, and an incredible team of executive producers.
Yeah, I mean, coming back, you've got Victoria Alonso and Luis D'Esposito, and I mean, it just shows the passion that people have when they're coming back to do even more Marvel projects. I mean, 25, what keeps them going on this project here?
Right, they've both been here from the very beginning, and new as an executive producer, Kevin Delanoy. This is an incredibly special film, so let's give you all a little look at how it happened.
We're Eternals. 7,000 years. We protected humans from the deviants.
Why didn't you guys help fight Thanos? Or any war, all the other terrible things throughout history?
We were instructed not to interfere until now.
You hear that? Eternals assemble.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, who's your gardener?
This planet and these people have changed all of us. When you love something, you protect it.
For eternity.
Marvel Studios Eternals.
What's your superpower?
You know that your babysitting privileges are completely revoked. Rated PG-13. Get tickets now.
All right, we are kicking it off with cast member Leah McHugh. She plays Sprite. Come on over. Welcome.
Thank you. How are you guys?
We are so good because we're here at the premiere of Eternals. How are you feeling seeing all these incredible fans?
Oh my gosh, it feels like I've been waiting for so long. It's so overwhelming at this moment.
Now, talk to you about your character, Sprite. So, Sprite, you know, don't let the looks fool you. Sprite might look like she's 12, but I mean, you're 7,000 plus years old.
Yes.
What is that experience like putting together a character who is so old, but you're playing both of those parts? Talk to us about how you made that come alive.
It was a very complex character to understand, and Chloe really helped me out with that, as all the other characters. She did such a great job. I found that I related to Sprite in a way that I've always looked younger than my age, and so I was sort of able to relate to her.
Something else that Sprite is renowned for are her powers of illusion. So we're talking live to the Marvel fans. I'm wondering if you could sort of give them a little behind-the-scenes look at what it was like actually shooting those scenes. Like, for example, in the trailer, we see the scene where the fireworks go off. What's actually happening on set at that point?
Well, absolutely nothing. I learned a little thing that I do when my powers come to life. That was really fun. When the stunt double first came up to me and showed me how to do that, I was like freaking out, so excited.
So cool.
Yeah, but on set, nothing's really happening.
So it's the power of your imagination there.
Yes, yes.
Now, you got to work with a, big cast of international superstars. I mean, you're now one of them as well, working with them. Now, did anybody give you any words of wisdom as you're, going on in your career here?
Well, I think one of the really interesting things of working with not only A-list actors, but actors in general, is seeing all the little things that they do on set, how they work, learning from them, because I'm, so young, seeing all their years of experience, just witnessing it is really powerful, I guess.
Something else too, the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is a really special place. So I'm curious for you, did you have that Marvel moment on set when you were like, oh my gosh, you sort of stop and look around and say, I can't believe I'm really here. What was that for you?
I believe it was the first or second week of shooting, and I was doing my first stunt. And there was just a moment where I was just in the air, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna look so cool when it's done. I can't believe I'm right now here in the moment. Like, my brother's gonna think I'm so cool when they see this. That was really my general reaction.
We actually wanted to ask you about that. We were talking before. We know you have a couple brothers and a couple siblings. Yeah. What was their reaction when they found out you got cast?
Well, it was actually my older brother Flynn's birthday, which was really fun. They didn't really think I was going to get it. Not because they didn't have faith in me, but because it's such a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You know, that just doesn't ever happen. My life has completely changed. But yeah, they were over the moon. They wanted to tell everyone, and of course we couldn't for a while.
Well, it happened to you, Chloe. Well, it happened to you, Leo. So sorry. I'm very excited thinking about Chloe. But it happened to you. Dreams do come true. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we're going to send you on your way.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
We're so happy you're here. Have a wonderful time tonight.
Thank you.
So incredibly cool. Oh, man, that's so fabulous to get to talk to her right there.
Oh my gosh, she's the youngest person to ever play a superhero in the MCU who's not playing a flashback of an older character.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be quite the title to be able to hold on to for, I guess, the longest time as she possibly can. Like, really excited to see the way that it all wraps up there for her.
Right, and just, you know, the fact that you get to go work with all of these incredible actors, you know, that's the first character we've really been able to talk about tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's talk about some of the other characters that we're going to see as well. So you've got Salma Hayek, who's playing Ajak, who Ajak is the leader of the Eternals, is the only Eternal to have a spiritual connection with the Celestials who've sent them on their mission.
That's right. She also has healing power, too, which is definitely useful.
That's going to be useful. I got some back pain, so I'd really like to see Ajak here.
We also have Gemma Chan, who plays Cersei.
Who's back. Coming back, playing a whole new character.
That's right.
And so she has the power to transmute anything she can when she touches it, it can transform to something else.
That's right. And she has a special love for humanity. She loves her Eternals family, but she works at the Natural History Museum in London and is really fond of humans. So.
Yeah, got a day job. It happens, you know? We've also got Richard Madden, who plays Icarus. Now, Icarus has some really cool powers, like gets to fly, has this cosmic energy beams coming out of his eyes, and has some super strength.
That's right. And he's very much a leader. He's very tactical. He's got a lot of strategy going on. So you can see from the very serious expression on his face. He takes his job. He takes this role guarding humanity.
Seriously.
Very seriously.
And then we've also got Don Lee, who's playing Gilgamesh. Now, Gilgamesh has got super strength, but also just has this heart of gold about him as well. And the way that the cosmic energy manifests in him is that he's able to create these exoskeletons around his body to pack an even further punch.
That's right. And if we haven't been clear, all of our superheroes are powered by this cosmic energy. It's something that they all manifest differently, and then when they work together, it gives them even greater strength.
Yeah.
Gilgamesh is very good friends, has a very close relationship with the Eternal Athena, who's played by Angelina Jolie. She is a warrior, she is a fighter, and she is able to manifest any weapon she can think of just by thinking about it, by harnessing that cosmic energy.
Oh man, so cool. There's so many things that I would like to harness the energy to be able to have weapons to be able to defend myself. Like, I don't know, a spatula, you know, you never know. It could defend yourself in the kitchen. Anything's possible. And then you also have Barry Keoghan, who he plays Druig, and Druig has the ability to control humans with his mind.
That's right. And he's, you know, a little bit of an ornery character, let's say. He can be a little bit aloof, and he doesn't always agree with the Eternals, but that's true of any family, right?
I mean, that's any family, so it's really interesting to see the different family dynamic play out here where, you know, they agree, they disagree, they have fights, but, you know, at the end of the day, you're still family and you get the job done.
Exactly. And one of the things I do love about the costume design for this is that there are color motifs that go through. Something else that we're going to go see is the color red in various colors, including Makari, who's played by Lauren Ridloff.
She's the fastest woman in the universe and also the MCU's first deaf superhero.
That's right. That's right. So she has only been acting for 3 years, which is amazing.
Wow.
And here she is starring in an MCU film. We also have Brian Tyree Henry, who plays Festos.
Yes, who's a technopath who can create pretty much anything technologically wise. If he can think it, he has the material to be able to do it. He makes it happen.
That's right. Kumail Nanjiani plays Kingo, very outgoing Eternal in his human time. He is a Bollywood dancer.
Yeah, he does a lot of different things here. So, all right. Well, we are just now about to, also I want to be able to see if he can show us how he does some of those moves there too.
We'll see, but right now we are going to take a look at the car parade kicking off this carpet. Let's see what's happening.
Gang, I appreciate listen, we have so much stuff to share with you. Earlier this evening, we kicked off the carpet in style with a drive-by by the Eternals wrapped cars presented by Lexus. Oh man, I'm so excited about this. Look at this. Each of these awesome cars is wrapped to represent one of the Eternals. I mean, I can't believe it. Look at how cool these cars look. First up, check it out. The Lexus LS 500F Sport inspired by Icarus. Look at the lines on that thing. Look at that incredible blue color. Oh man, this is the flagship luxury sedan, and it's a perfect match with Icarus, considered he's, you know, the tactical leader of the Eternals. Oh man, look at that shine. He would look so fly driving that, wouldn't you? Speaking of flying, that's what Icarus does, right? All right, let's see what we got next up in this lineup. Looks like the Lexus RCF, which is inspired by Cersei. So this is one of Lexus's most powerful cars. The RCF is paired with one of the most powerful Marvel characters, which is Cersei. I'm loving all of the gold on that. Oh man, how exciting is that? Oof, look at that bumper. Look at the exhaust. All right, next up, we've got the Lexus NX250, inspired by Sprite. Now, the NX is a crossover that can do pretty much anything. So it's the perfect complement to the shape-shifting power of Sprite. Oh man, oh man. I love that hue. And then after that, we've got the Lexus LX 570, which is inspired by Fastos. Now, the Lexus LX 570 is a technologically advanced vehicle, so that makes it an ideal fit for Fastos, you know, given that he's the engineering guru of the crew. Ooh, look at that gold, gold, gold. All right, what do we got here? Oh man, those earth tones creeping through. All about it. Now, this is the Lexus LX 570, inspired by Gilgamesh. And as the strongest Eternal, Gilgamesh is the kindred spirit to the biggest, most powerful Lexus SUV, which is the LX. You can tell that just like Gilgamesh, this thing has got some oomph, all capital letters. Oh, look at the racing stripes on the side. Be still, my automotive heart. All right, up next, we got the Lexus GX460, inspired by Druig. And now Druig's a bit of a rebel in the movie. He's got super strength and stamina. And I think that makes the GX a real fitting reflection of this character. It's got dark and sort of brooding aspect to it, and I am all about that. Oh man, oh man. Oof, look at all the symbols on the back. Looking so good. Next up, we got the Lexus GX460, inspired by none other than Ajax. Now, Ajax is a super powerful, commanding woman. She's paired with one of the most capable SUVs in the land, which is, of course, the GX460. And I am loving all the lines on that as well. Up next, eighth in the slot, we got the Lexus RCF Track Edition, inspired by Macari. Speed, speed, speed. Of course, Macari is the fastest Eternal. And so for the quickest car in the Lexus lineup, I can see no better inspiration. And look, it's the only spoiler you're going to see on this carpet tonight is on the back of that vehicle. All right, next up in the ninth slot, the Lexus LC500, inspired by Thena. Thena's power and style is a natural fit with the sleek and stylish LX LC500. And I gotta say, man, that thing looks like it's a weapon of its own. I am super excited about all of this. Not often that I get to hang out with a parade of Lexus cars. And then right here for the final, check it out, guys. Inspired by Kingo, we have the Lexus IS 350 Sport. And Kingo is paired with the bold, powerful Lexus IS for all of the qualities that Kingo has in the film. And while this car doesn't exactly give you superpowers, I tell you what, if I was sitting in the driver's seat, I'd feel pretty darn close. Of course, you can learn more about these cars at lexus.com/Eternals. And now, back to the rest of the carpet. Ooh, I love these cars.
I love seeing the way creativity manifests itself in so many different ways. You know, we were talking about the incredible on-screen talent. It takes an amazing team behind the scenes to bring a big movie like this to life, right?
Absolutely. There's an amazing team behind the scenes that, you know, and some of these folks we've seen before, and I'm so excited. We've got Nate Moore who's going to come and join us over here on the stage. People are so excited to chat with him. We got Nate Moore. Welcome.
Welcome,
One of our
welcome.
producer extraordinaires. Great to see you again.
See you guys. How you been?
Great. I mean, it's all about you tonight, right? So excited to see you. I mean, you've been here for almost a decade at Marvel Studios, and one thing that I really admired about the work that you've done and what we're really seeing here in the Eternals is just the diversity of this cast here.
Right.
Why was it important for you and the team that the Eternals were made up of such a diverse team?
Yeah, I think it has a lot to do with Jack Kirby and honoring the creation of the characters and what those characters intended to do here on Earth. It just led us to look for a diverse cast who happened to be 10 of the most talented actors we've ever worked with.
You do have an incredible cast here. It's really amazing. You know, when you think about bringing a cast like this into the MCU, why was that important?
Well, look, we all were there for Avengers Endgame. We lost some heavy hitters, and it's important to introduce some new heroes that hopefully people really invest in. I mean, top to bottom, I think this cast is as strong as we've ever had, and the hope is this can be somebody's new favorite franchise.
I think you're going to hit that mark very well tonight. And with that, though, now that the Eternals are being introduced, or actually we're discovering that they've been here all along this entire time, how do you see that this is going to change the MCU as we move forward?
Well, there's a lot of big events in the movie that completely change the status quo, which we're really excited about. Not only just the Eternals, but the Celestials and the Deviants, and some of the concepts hopefully are mind-blowing. And by the end of the movie, I think you're going to see how different the MCU looks.
Speaking of concepts, you know, one of the things that you've talked about a little bit in interviews is the idea that your director, Chloe Zhao, really pushed the envelope and made you try some new things. And I love the idea that the MCU is always evolving and pushing the envelope.
Yeah.
What are some new things that you got to try as a producer on this?
Yeah, you know, Chloe really likes to shoot on location. She likes to be immersed in the world that she's filming. That's part of how she came up as a filmmaker. And a lot of times we start to rely on the same old bag of tricks that we know and that work really well. But I think this movie looks and feels different because Chloe forced us a bit out of our comfort zone. And one of the, honestly, the treasures of getting to work here is working with different filmmakers like Chloe, like Ryan Coogler, like Taika Waititi, who all bring a different point of view, a different style, and help us to evolve, because we don't want to make the same movie over and over, and we don't think our fans want to watch the same movie over and over.
All right, so with that in mind, is there anything you can tell us about upcoming Phase 4 movies? Come on, give the fans a little bit. You're talking live.
Come on, give us some good.
I don't want to spoil anything. I will just say this is just the tip of the iceberg, because all of the movies that we're bringing to you guys, it's all about moving the needle. It's all about telling a larger story and really building up what the MCU can be moving forward.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for, you know, really keeping all of our childhood dreams even running even further alive. We appreciate the work that you're doing so much and bringing diversity to the forefront and the screen here, Nate.
Awesome, guys. I hope you guys enjoy the movie.
Oh, we do. We will. We have. We have.
Oh, great. Cool. Awesome. I'm glad you liked it.
We're huge fans, just like we know you are. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks,
Have a
guys.
good night, Nate. Awesome. Congratulations.
We are so happy to get to talk to him, and we want to know what you are excited about seeing here on the carpet tonight. So you can talk to us on Facebook, you can talk to us on Twitter, you can talk to us on Instagram.
YouTube, Twitcher.
Twitcher?
I'm making a new app right now. It's called Twitcher. Get me on the Twitcher. I'm the only person on there.
Right, just use that hashtag Eternals, and
there.
you'll be able to find us. Don't worry.
Absolutely. You know, one thing that I really love about the Eternals is that, you know, we're going to get to see, you know, the cosmos in such a different way that we've seen a little bit of the cosmos, you know, in Marvel Studios is Thor Ragnarok as well. And we're getting a deeper look into the cosmos in a different way, but yet here on Earth.
That's right. You know, something we actually haven't talked about is sort of the overarching storyline of Eternals, which is that the Celestials bring this group of cosmic beings to Earth to watch over humanity and to protect them from the deviants.
Yeah.
Monstrous creatures.
They're kind of creepy, those predators over there. All right, but right now, you know what? Let's go ahead and check in with our friends over yonder, as the kids say. Let's go check in with Josh and Ray.
Hello, hello. We have with us Ryan and Kaz Firpo, who are a cousin duo behind the screenplay of Eternals. Guys, it is so amazing to see you here. I just have to know right off the bat, how exciting is it to be a part of the MCU? It's just such a massive, massive fandom.
It's honestly one of the great honors of our lives. This is like a really special story. It's a lot of us in this story, a lot of our childhoods, our passions, and our dreams. And so getting to see it here on like this perfect sunset, it doesn't get that much better. It's really, really special.
Yeah, and especially to be part of Phase 4 and be responsible for kicking that off has been a really exciting and incredible honor. The MCU has stretched back now 20 plus years, and it's still going strong. So it's really exciting to see it push forward into the future.
Yes. 10 new MCU superheroes. How do you balance that with the screenplay?
Without any spoiler alerts, it's a challenge. You know, you really want to make people fall in love with these characters. You want to make people care about everything that happens to them. But I think we have the most incredible cast and arguably the most incredible director you could have for a project like this. So it was a journey, it was a challenge, but I think the key is to just find something human, even if they are immortal space gods.
Yeah, I mean, that's really at the core of the story, is that as powerful as they are, there's kind of a dysfunctional family who are always kind of dealing with all the things that we deal with as mortal family members. So just tapping into that and seeing Marvel being always open to exploring the character side as much as the spectacle side, it was really a great and fun challenge.
I mean, just the timeline for this movie is millennia, obviously. How do you really find the tentpole moments of their story and their lives to share when you're approaching, you know, this whole entire screenplay?
Just on a holistic level, I was a classics minor. I studied archaeology. I went to Egypt and worked in archaeological digs. So for me, I was bringing a lot of the world and the mythology to bear in this story. And Ryan, who is a very, very gifted character writer, you know, we both brought our skills and our different sort of complementary abilities. And so we wanted to make sure that you understood over 7,000 years that these people were changing. They were growing, and then they wanted to change and grow. I think like humans.
Yeah, and from the beginning, everybody at Marvel said, let's explore some time periods that we haven't seen before. And that was really exciting to get to kind of deep dive human history and bring that to life through the lens of a superhero movie.
Awesome. Kaz, Ryan, thank you so much. Enjoy this amazing movie. We're going to actually go to Justin Warner with the fans. Let's check him out. Justin, how you doing?
I am hanging out with a ton of fans who are anxiously awaiting this all-star cast of Marvel Studios' Eternals. And it's not just an all-star cast. We've got an all-star lineup of fans out here. Who are you excited to see on the red carpet tonight?
Camille and Kit Harington.
I like that answer. What are you excited about seeing in the film tonight?
Oh, Gemma Chan as Cersei. She's going to be a total badass.
I have no idea where you got that answer. All right, now, how far did you travel to come to this event tonight?
All the way from Burbank.
Hardly an interstellar journey, but that's okay. That's okay. Your dedication still shows. And then lastly, my friend, why do you love Marvel Studios films?
Because it's awesome. The characters, the action, the storylines, all of it. Just plain awesome.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Gosh darn it, people are so pumped about this out here, and I can't begin to express just how electric the energy is here. Let's check in and see, wow, like I said, how it is at the front of the carpet. Back to you.
We are here with Lauren Ridloff. Hello, hello, hello. She plays Makari.
Hi, yes.
We are so happy that you're here. Welcome to the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
And, you know, I wanted to ask you, you know, you are such a champion for folks with, you know, performers with disabilities, and you're a woman of color as well, and making sure that there's representation. How does it feel to be part of a movie that is so close to your values?
Well, I have to say, it's such a huge honor. My son actually was asking me, what does it mean, to have this honor? This is the meaning of honor, because it's a call to duty. And I'm so proud to be here.
Well, you are such a wonderful character in this movie. Makari has super speed, and I understand that you yourself are a runner. I am too. So I'm wondering if you could give us a little bit of a behind-the-scenes feel of what it was actually like to shoot those movies. Like, what are you actually doing during the super speed sections?
Well, you know what's so funny? Actually, when I started shooting the film, I was doing training before that, and they told me to stop running.
What?
Can you believe that? I was
so
supposed
wild.
to stop running? I was like, what? Because they actually wanted me to look more like a runner, so they actually had me stop running and focus more on training.
I wish that could happen in my own personal running, but it's movie magic.
Right.
Yeah, so in this film, what is one of the things that, your character, Makari, you like to take artifacts from things around, you've been around for 7,000 of years. Now, did you do any actual research on set, maybe take some things home? We won't tell anybody, I promise. We won't tell Kevin.
Oh, what if I tell you? No, I can't tell you. No, I'm a good girl.
I don't know, because we also heard that there's some color themes in the costumes, including the characters that have a little bit of a rebellious streak have red. And we did notice the characters that are a bit rebellious have red in their costume. And we have noticed some red in Makari's costume. So is there a bit of a rebellious streak in her character?
Well, absolutely. Well, we already knew that she's a runner at first and a little bit of a hoarder. She has a little problem with the hoarding, of course, and she's a bit mischievous. You will see that when you watch the film.
I'm glad. I didn't want to label you as a hoarder, but since you said it, then it's out there.
Well, it's not me, it's Makari.
Fair, that's true. Okay, Makari, yeah. So is there anything that you are hoping when people walk away from this film, what are some of the things that you hope that they get when they watch this film?
Well, what I really hope that people will understand from the film is really it's how important it is to embrace our history, to embrace our planet, because we are living, truly in a very interesting times when things are changing. So I think the movie is really a nice reminder of what's so important.
Well, we are so happy that you are a part of this movie and that you have stopped to talk to the fans, to share some of your experience in making it. We could talk to you all night, but we have to let you go because there are others on the carpet who want to speak with you. So have a wonderful time and congratulations.
I couldn't hear that.
We're just saying congratulations, have an amazing night, and fastest woman in the universe, Makari, Lauren Ridloff, thank you.
Yeah, I'm so excited that all of you are going to be able to have a chance to meet Makari.
Exactly. Have a wonderful time tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. All right, we are so happy that we have been able to introduce you to Lauren Ridloff playing Makari. Running off.
Just doing like she always does, running off.
Exactly. And now we have...
Look who it is. Look
Kumail
at this guy.
Nanjiani. Hello.
Hey, how are you? Oops, I'm sorry.
That's okay. We just got to speak to Lauren Ridloff, who you have such a wonderful relationship with on screen.
Yeah, and in real life. I love her. Oh, she looks great. I'm happy to see her. Yeah, there she is.
Let's talk about, speaking of these relationships, let's talk about this amazing ensemble that you're part of. What was it like on set working with all of these powerhouse actors, including yourself?
Oh, it was magical. I mean, just this cast, let alone getting to do it, a movie with Chloe Zhao directing a Marvel movie, that's amazing. But this cast, I mean, it's so unreal. Like, every single person is so good and so different. It really was magical. We really, I'm sure everybody says this when they do a movie together, but it really became a family. We're like, some of us have been hanging out ever since, and some of us, I haven't seen some of them in a while, so I'm just very excited to see everybody.
Well, I want to take us back a little bit further to the beginning. You're such a comics fan. You performed comedy in a comic book shop here in LA. You went to Comic-Con as a fan so much.
Yeah.
And here you are playing this superhero. What has been this experience for you?
Well, I'm getting overwhelmed. I can't start crying before the movie starts. I have to wait till at least the Marvel logo comes up. It's been really overwhelming, I mean, I used to go to, like you said, I went to Comic-Con 6 years in a row just as a fan. And then I'd never been able to get into Hall H. The first time I was able to get into Hall H
was when you were
on
up there.
stage for Eternals.
So that's the way to do it. If you can't get into Hall H, just become a movie star.
But then, I had to do all this press for it, so I kind of couldn't get a lot of the Comic-Con exclusives, which I usually get. So it was a mixed bag. I'm joking. It was the greatest thing ever. And, I was a little bummed that we couldn't do Comic-Con for this movie, like with footage last year. But I'm excited for it to come back.
Well, and also now you don't have to keep all the secrets. I mean, you've known about this movie for a while. You've had to keep. What was the hardest part about keeping everything secret?
Calling up all my enemies and telling them I'm in a Marvel movie. I don't have enemies.
Look at me now.
Yeah. No, I mean, it was, honestly, keeping the secret was really part of the fun of it for me. Like, I told Emily, my wife, I told my parents, and that is it. And that really was, like, you know, it was a lot of power in it. So I loved keeping it a secret. When it came out, I was like, oh, man, now everyone knows.
So it seems like you learned how to keep a secret through this entire process. A new skill for yourself.
Yeah, I think everybody who does Marvel has to learn how to keep secrets. Because, guys, I know a bunch more.
Oh!
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
almost
you're
scared.
being a tease. You have to tell us that.
you
Come on, I mean,
would you like
know,
to continue?
I think Kevin Feige's here, but I know a bunch of stuff. Guys, I know a lot of stuff. I'm not joking.
I'm almost afraid to have the microphone. Like, what will happen to us if we find
I
out?
know.
Do we get like dragged away?
Yeah,
or something like that?
we all get dragged away.
You might shoot some projectiles at us like Kingo, and then, speaking of Kingo, let's talk about him for a minute. Because, you know, he's new to the MCU. What can you tell fans about him?
He's great. He shoots stuff from his hands. He's got like finger guns, and he's a big Bollywood movie star, you know. And he's really, really fun, and he really like enjoys his power. And look at this.
MCU.
Well,
anything
there we
can
go.
happen.
Anything can happen. There it is. Angelina Jolie, you're here now. Here we are, crashing the party. But it's your party.
Sorry,
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, welcome, Angelina Jolie. Hello, you play Thena.
I do.
Yes, well, we will talk to you both. So you
guys
both
talk to her.
Are you leaving us now?
No, I mean, if you want me to stay, I'll stay. But talk to her. Here, let's at least swap places at the very least.
Boy, girl, boy, girl.
Okay, all right. Boy, girl, boy, girl.
All right.
So I have a question for you, which actually both of you can answer. Something that you have beautifully talked about in interviews is having your heart be a part of the projects that you do and how that's important. So how did you connect to Athena? What did you find there? And for you, what did you find in Kingo that you personally connected with?
I think mine's going to be easier. I was thinking, like, his insanity for you. His, like, Kingo's so big, and you're actually quite humble. So I actually think you're...
You know, for me, I just sort of took parts of myself and took away any sort of worry. He's a guy who's really unworried. I think being Kingo is pretty easy. It's pretty fun. What was it? Kingo. I've wanted to talk to you about Thena for a long time. After watching the movie, seeing you create the character there, I've become the interviewer.
I know. It was like, all right, let's take over the mic.
Why don't you talk about that? Because I want to hear it.
See, I thought I was trying to avoid mine.
Oh, you want to avoid it?
We're not going to let you out of the answer.
Well, my heart, it's a hard one. She has, this is the first time I've talked about it. She has post-traumatic stress disorder. She's a little uneven. And I think she's struggling with a lot, and she's not sure she can be what she needs to be. She's not sure she's strong enough. She's not sure she can still defend her family.
Well, for both of you, I'm curious. You know, you both have played so many different parts, and you've had so many superheroes or strong characters that you've played. Is there anything that really connected with you about your character, that you really connected with the most, or that you learned about yourself in playing this role?
I guess it's that fragility that it's okay to be both fragile and also strong. It can go in this. It can be the same person.
I really, saw that watching Angie work because, I'm a very verbal person. The characters I play are very verbal. And the character that she created, she conveys through her physicality so well. It really was inspiring and intimidating for me to watch. You really created this person who says so much without really having to use their words, It really was... It was really special to watch, and then to see it come together on screen, she's so good at the movie.
Can you tell we both are obsessed with each other's characters? So we're hoping in the sequel, we actually think our characters are very good, sparring partners.
I think so.
Right? Because we're almost polar opposites.
That's right.
But yet they're both a little, out there, so...
That's right. I think we would make
a good time.
Yeah, great pairing.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
I hope that Kevin Feige is listening to this right now because you both have some very good ideas.
Thank you. There you go, Kevin.
Well, that's what happens when you have an Academy Award nominated screenwriter, an Academy Award winner. You're both such wonderful artists. My last question is, as full artists for you with the script and the writing and the way the story came together, what did you most appreciate about that and the themes that it has?
Family. We're a family, and it's been too long coming. This family.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right, and we're a global family. We look like the world. For so long, we've seen superheroes that have looked like a small percentage of the world. This superhero team looks like the world, and I also, in the last year and a half, we've sort of learned that we are on the same Earth, and we all share the same problems, like these boundaries and stuff. They're not as important. These borders are not as important as what we really have in common. And this movie really gets to that. It really gets to the truth of the fact that we're all on this rock together, and we have to take care of each other.
That is a wonderful way to end this interview. Thank you both so much for stopping by, talking live to the fans. We appreciate it. Have a wonderful time tonight.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
So beautiful, so inspiring. Just that story of family that they brought to the screen. It is really inspiring to see, and they're right. We're all in this together.
That's right. And Kumail has talked in some interviews about his dad's reaction, speaking of family, to getting cast. I mean, that's incredible. So,
and you know what? Jumping back, we've met, we talked to Nate earlier, behind the scenes, there's an amazing team. And we're going to get to talk to a few more of those people who helped put that together. We have coming up in just a moment. I think I spy Kevin in a new hat. Is that a new hat that I see from Kevin coming up here?
There's always a new hat from Kevin because he is just as big a fan of all of these movies and all of these characters as we are, which is, I think, why there's such authenticity on the screen.
You can really feel it. It hits you in the face. Well, there it is. Look at this dynamic duo over here. Welcome.
Kevin Feige, Chloe Zhao, come on over.
Hello. Hi. Now it's a party. Here we go.
You guys riffing a little bit, waiting for Chloe to get up here? A little bit.
We're always waiting for the boss. Come on.
We know how it goes. We know how it goes. He does.
Nice
He's got
hat.
a special hat. So I want to start at the very beginning, right? So Kevin, we're talking live to the fans. Chloe, we're actually live streaming to the fans right now. Live. So go back to the beginning. Kevin, you've said that when Chloe came in and did her pitch for this film, you connected with it. That was really what won you over. So can you talk a little bit about that?
And it was even before that. Our producer, Nate Moore, who you might have already spoken to today, really had a belief in this. And we'd always wanted to do something that spanned millennia and focused on these immortal characters. It was Nate that was like, these Eternals, there's something here. And I said, all right, well, let's see what it is. Start working on it. And it was when Nate brought Chloe in to say, here's what it could be, that I was like, well, Nate was right, and Chloe has a remarkable vision for it, which I'm so excited that people finally get to see. Today.
So exciting. And well, Chloe, for you, now you've said before you're a fan of the MCU and the genre, but what was it specifically about telling the story of the Eternals that really spoke to you and you said, this is the project I want to do?
Well, when I first went to pitch the movie, right, the first thing I showed him was a macro picture of sand. So, and then I started citing a William Blake poem to him.
True. And I'm still with it.
I'm still with it. But what he was trying to say in that poem is that you can find endless beauty in the cosmos in the smallest things on Earth. And we were set out to capture that scale. And so that when I read the treatment, I go, this story allows us to go that epic and that intimate. So.
And one of the things that allowed you to do that, of course, is your filming style, which is using a lot of practical locations, which I understand is a bit of something new to this scale and
I didn't know
scope.
you were allowed to do that anymore. Honestly, I didn't know you could go out and shoot real places.
Oh.
It's amazing. Chloe said, no, you can. It's okay.
There was no, even discussing it, as soon as we pitched the movie, when we pitched it, it was both what and how. And when I was explaining how, we have to believe these immortal heroes has lived this planet for 7,000 years. So within the frame, you want to see them and the world around them.
Yes.
So from the very beginning, they were excited at Marvel that we're going to go on location.
Yeah, well, can you guys talk to us about, how do you find the inspiration for, the Domo, for example. It's 7,000 plus years old, and the Domo is the spaceship that the Eternals travel in. And with the costume designs, these things are old, but we've never seen them before. And they also look so advanced.
Yes.
Where's the inspiration for that come?
All of the inspiration for all this starts with Jack Kirby. Obviously, and as our fans know more than anyone, that the genius of Jack Kirby drawing, writing, coming up with all of the incredible Marvel things, but particularly this, that's where it all started. And there's some things in this movie. Have you talked about that yet? The mural in the back of the temple? Not yet.
Ooh, it's a scoop just for you.
Yeah, there's some things that are directly, and then most things are inspired.
Yes. And we asked ourselves from the very beginning, that would affect costume design, production, everything, is that why are they here? Is it military? Is it missionary? You know, because everything's going to look different if it's military missionary. So we realized that they were missionaries from the Celestials. You know, Celestials are gods. So everything does have that kind of holy undertone. And we also look at sacred symbols throughout human history, backtracking it, thinking, maybe they were, because of who they were, they inspired these shapes and these symbols and designing into it. And also with the Domo, one thing for us was that what's the most advanced technology in the universe? It's not to think about wires and computers and no, it has to go back to all the way to what nature looks like. Seamless.
I'm going to start going crazy over Fibonacci spirals in a minute here. Question about sci-fi, actually, for both of you. The best, because this is a wonderful sci-fi film that's very much grounded in reality. The best sci-fi allows us to look to the future and yet take from it and really look at what's happening here in our lives now. And I feel very much The Eternals falls into that. Can you talk about the themes that you wanted people to connect?
That's what Chloe's pitch was, really, was focused on exactly that. That yes, talking about the sand that you sent me that picture again recently, and I hadn't seen it since your pitch. Ancient aliens we talked about, and those fun theories, and that show that we go down the rabbit hole on, whatever channel that is, and really the history of humanity and how we got to where we are today. The good ways, bad ways, what made us who we are today, and where did Jack Kirby's Eternals fit into that? And we really, this was developed in the shadow of Endgame, and with the expectation that we wanted to go out after Endgame and try something new. And that is another reason Chloe's pitch hit me so hard, is because here we were finishing the Infinity Saga, and I was thinking, where do we go from here? How do we continue? Where do we grow? And Chloe came in and told us, and that's what this movie is.
And also, I think superhero genres for me is very similar to Westerns back in the days. We used to explore the horizon. I always wonder what's beyond the horizon, therefore that genre was born. Now we pretty much explore everywhere. We're asking, what about there? What's our relationship with technology? So in Marvel, in all the films they've done, Tony's questioned that. Everybody's cursed that kind of complicated feeling we have with our future. So I think the rise of this genre is a very similar thing as Westerns back in the day.
Chloe, you always have such an amazing way of taking big concepts and making them really close to the heart. It's a beautiful film, so congratulations. Such a great work, and we're going to send you off on the way to enjoy this amazing night. Thank you. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Chloe.
Thank you both so much. I could just talk to them forever about filmmaking, about themes, about all the incredible things that they're doing.
Oh my goddess, it's just so beautiful just listening to them both sort of nerd out, if you will, and just talk to us. And I like that we got to get a little bit the Domo. I'm just like, I can't stop talking about the Domo. Well, I've never seen anything like it before.
I know. And you all got to see that in the trailer. And also, I just have to stop for a second and say, look at this incredible carpet filled with people who are so excited to see this movie. You've got fans, you've got actors, you've got filmmakers. I love being able to bring this event to bring everyone together.
And we're about to bring up someone here from the cast, no stranger from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's Gemma Chan. Welcome, Gemma Chan. Hello.
Hi.
So great to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Welcome back to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is a very different role for you. Tell us about Cersei.
Yes. So Cersei, she's not blue.
Well, that must have been nice.
No, I feel so lucky to be back. Really excited for everyone to see the film. Cersei she's the Eternal that has the most affinity with humankind.
Yeah.
So she's a bit of a free spirit. She's empathetic. She likes to have a bit of fun as well. She's a bit unpredictable, but it was fun playing her.
I heard you say once that this was kind of a coming-of-age story for Cersei, which I think is so interesting because, 7,000 years old, wouldn't you think she's already here? But talk to us a little bit more about...
After 7,000 years, she would have... No, it turns out there are still some things for her to learn. No, it is. That was the challenge of this film. How do you play a being that's been around for 7,000 years, who has kind of seen everything, but still is hopeful, has seen the best and the worst of humanity? Where does her hope come from? And that was something that I had to kind of find and explore, and that was really interesting to do. So,
well, something that is often present in coming-of-age stories is a love story, which you get to be a part of. Can you tell us a little bit about Cersei and Icarus and working with Richard Madden?
Yeah, so Cersei and Icarus, they've kind of been on and off for thousands of years. So you can imagine an on-off relationship, and everything that they could have gone through, they've gone through together. But yeah, they are kind of immortal soulmates, is the way they've been described. And they're very different to each other, but kind of opposites attract.
But how do you, with you and Richard Madden, how did you go about creating this relationship that spans thousands of years and has that rich history?
Well, luckily we've known each other for a long, long time. So... yeah, I mean, we had a shorthand already from the first moment we got on set. And it was like, oh, wow, this is so nice. We've never worked together before, but, we know how to push each other's buttons. We know how to make each other laugh. We can infuriate each other as well at times. So kind of like, an old married couple in many ways.
A 7,000-year-old married couple.
Yeah.
Speaking of being on set, Cersei has a really interesting power in that she can transmute matter. Can you give, because we're talking live to the fans, we're live streaming, can you kind of give them an inside look, a behind-the-scenes look? What's it like to actually be on set shooting those scenes when things are changing in front of you? Is somebody saying, this is what you're seeing now? Is it green screen? Is it...
There wasn't that much green screen, to be honest. There were scenes where I do change things, but it's just all kind of camera tricks of like pausing, substituting something in, and it kind of not that high tech really. But then there was some amazing. I've seen a few of the effects afterwards. I think there's a scene in the trailer where she turns like a bus into petals, which is pretty amazing. I was like, how are they going to do this? But then seeing the finished effect was incredible. So.
And with working on actual, Chloe's big on being on actual sets. How did that enhance your performance? Because you've done, other films as well. Did it have an impact in being in your performance?
You know what? It was amazing to be in these locations. Sometimes we were up against it. It was incredibly windy, sandstorms, on the edge of a cliff. Like it was great to be doing these epic scenes, but in the actual kind of real world locations. I loved it. It was a challenge, but it was hopefully it pays off in the film because you really see how beautiful the cinematography is.
It definitely pays off, and it's so wonderful watching your character throughout this film. So have a wonderful time tonight, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk to the fans.
Bye, guys.
All right, take care. Thank you so much, Gemma.
Bye, Gemma. Great to have Gemma Chan back.
Absolutely. And next up, I believe Kit Harington is coming to us.
Look who it is.
Come on
Hello,
over.
Kit Harington.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm very well, thanks. This is quite a carpet.
Welcome to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We do it right?
You really do. It's the biggest carpet I've been on.
And that's saying something, because you know a thing or two about fandoms. So.
I do.
You do.
So, talk to us about Dane Whitman. What's he up to? You are one of the humans in the film. So, what's he up to?
Dane. I think Dane's a stand-up guy. Dane's a good guy. Dane's a nice man.
I'm always a little suspect when somebody declares that right out.
Yeah.
Now I'm suspicious.
Don't be suspect. He's a good. You'll see. He's a good guy.
He's got a nice job.
Yeah, I do like on the breakdown for this. They send you the breakdown of all the characters, and under me it just says human who works in the Natural History Museum. Right. So that's all I can tell you.
All right, perfect, and that's all we then need right there.
There we go. You're hearing the fans, right? It's crazy here.
Yeah,
they're like
great.
Dane Whitman who works in the museum. Yeah. That's what we're here to see.
Wait, so that's a question too, right? Because we've got all these amazing cosplayers.
Yeah.
The superhero suits are pretty easy, but what should they cosplay as Dane?
Well, again, I saw a little, Funko doll of me, I think it was. Just a normal guy.
Always.
Just a normal guy.
Does he have a briefcase at least?
Yeah, maybe there's...
I
haven't
think I
spotted
see.
them.
Oh wait, no, he just works here. So when you saw the cast list,
Yeah.
you know, you saw who you're going to be working with. There maybe was a guy that you're like, oh, that seems familiar. How was it reuniting
Yeah.
with Richard Madden?
Do you know it was wonderful? But the funny thing was, we had a kind of small bit to do together, a bit like we did in Game of Thrones. You know, we didn't have a lot together in Game of Thrones, but we became very good friends. And but the actual shooting in this, we spent a few nights on set together. It was just nice to see where we are, where we come. You know, it was great.
Because you all kind of grew up together, you know?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Felt like that. We came up together. Yeah.
Well, as you head out into the world with this movie, what do you want the fans to know about what they should be excited to see?
It's a spectacle. It's a spectacular. I mean, it's filmed by Chloe Zhao. It all really. It's a really astonishing feast for the eyes, is what I want to say.
Well, we want to ask you more questions, but clearly you only know that you're a guy who works.
Guy who works in the museum.
There's
That's
nothing
what I'm
more
running
else
with.
there. Dane working in the museum. That's what I came here for, and that's what they did too.
Nice to meet you.
Kit Harington, guy who works in the museum, Dane Whitman.
Thank you.
Enjoy your night.
Yeah, get warm.
Thank you so much. We're going to do our best. Thank you.
Wow, that was fun.
We are so happy to bring this to the fans. We want to take a moment to thank Lexus, our presenting sponsor. It's such an opportunity to get to talk to these stars and hear about their experiences, ranging from the script all the way to I just got my character name.
Yeah, or even just the production design. Like, we've gotten to really nerd out about that. And you know what? We're going to keep this party going on because we've got another Eternal here. We've got Gilgamesh coming to the stage, Don Lee.
Woo-hoo!
Yes, come on over here.
Don.
Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh.
I've always thought that Gilgamesh needs a... Great, how are you doing, Don?
Good, pretty good. Very excited.
Always thought that Gilgamesh needed his own theme song.
Yeah, Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh.
Oh, yeah.
But with that, like, Gilgamesh is you're a tough, fierce warrior, but you've also got this heart.
Right.
Like, how do you go about playing that dynamic?
Yeah, Gilgamesh is like most powerful and strongest character in Eternals, and he's very.
The fans are amazing, right? It's the best thing that.
Protective, and he's a very strong guy, but he's also at the same time he's a warm-hearted, fun-loving person. So
Yeah, let's talk about that for a minute. So Gilgamesh and Thena are very close. Can you talk about their relationship a little bit?
yeah, it's more than friendship. It's something different because this movie covers a long period of time. So it's going to be a different relationship. And then,
so look, oh, they told you?
Somebody told
Who told you?
Hello.
We've also got Salma Hayek, who plays Ajax. Our leader of the Eternals is here as well. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm excited. We're very excited to be here.
Absolutely. So something that we heard, that we read, is you like it when people get loud. So I want to make sure our fans know that you're here.
There's a whole family of Ajax.
I saw.
The mother and the girls. It's amazing.
Okay.
I was not expecting that. I forgot. I mean, somebody told me, but I forgot.
But how does that make you feel? Like, you're playing the superhero that people are dressing like you?
Honestly, I almost cried when I saw the little girls, the entire family of Latino girls. You know, I look. No, it's amazing.
Well, for both of you, too, you know, this film has such diversity, such inclusion, an international cast. I mean, you've done more than 80 films. You've won so many awards. I mean, how does that make you feel being part of a movie like this that shows the world as it is?
yeah, I feel it's so grateful and then so excited. It's so honored to be part of the MCU. Yeah, like you said, I produced and starred in more than 100 films, but this is like my first Hollywood movie, and this is my new beginning. So it means a lot to me. So, and Selma, she's here, Angie's here, you know.
Not bad company, right?
Not bad company, but he's the best company. He's amazing. And it feels so lucky. Guys, look at the moon. That's so beautiful. Sorry.
It's here for us to reflect the beauty of this film here.
Well, so that right there is a perfect example of why shooting on location is such a big deal, right? So tell us about that, because it's inspiring.
Yeah, you know, the vibe of the place, and they found such amazing places, and we found really some that looked like they were not on Earth. And the energy of the people, the energy of the places, the night shoots, you know, not in a studio, you shoot till 4, 5, 6, 7 in the morning, you give it your best. And it's the art of making films, it's the spirit of making films and what makes it so special, and I loved it.
Well, I wanted to ask, because Selma, you've said this before, that, well, first of all, your character, Ajak, you're the matriarch of the crew, right? And then in some ways, you've said before, Chloe Zhao is kind of like the matriarch of your crew as well. What was it like getting to work with her on this project?
A dream. I mean, I have so much admiration for her. I'm in awe of that woman, and it was exciting to come to work every day and just like to watch her and be a part of her mind, because you become a part of her mind and you try to follow it, you know, and her energy is like unstoppable.
I don't think she's the only one with unstoppable energy on this.
You have no idea how special she is. She was my favorite thing. I mean, besides my and I have to say he's one of my favorite ones. I know I'm not supposed to. He is such a professional, kind, you know, gifted and giving.
Thank you.
You say colleague, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, it's very clear how close you all became, and we have seen the cake video with Angelina pushing her.
Yeah.
Well,
My Angie.
It is Barry Keoghan's birthday today, and it's also our very own Tamara's birthday. If we find a cake, can we do La Mordida?
Yeah, let's do
Mordida, mordida.
Talk send you away.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Oh, who's crashing back though? Here we go. Now it's a party. Now it's a party. Well, this is
the family of Ajax. Desde la
I
mamá y las dos
took-
niñas.
me saqué la foto ya
Estaba
con
yo
todos, mi
casi
amor.
llorando.
Lo único que te puedo decir es que tenemos dos
Pero
superhéroes.
ellos no hablan español.
A mí no me interesa que aprendan todos.
this is how international the movie is.
You should please speak.
Here you have the first Latina, the first South Korean. God bless Eternals.
Well, one of the questions I didn't get to ask Selma was that you have spoken in interviews so beautifully about you, Victoria Alonso, executive producer, and your vision.
It's not Corona, it went in the wrong pipe. Went in the wrong pipe.
You have no idea how much I love her.
Look at the moon,
how much I love this
Victoria.
band.
Look at the
how much I
moon.
love this. It's almost a full moon, you guys.
Yes, it's good.
If you thought you were doing an interview, it's not happening.
no, yeah,
we
we're
love
just-
it.
Actually, I'm
We're
gonna
just here
go. You
What?
guys
Right,
listening
no,
all
you
the time.
go.
Now you have to do it in Korea.
Wait, where are you going? We gotta talk to you. No, you stay right put.
Don,
Thank you,
thank you
Don
so
Lee.
much.
Thank you, Don. You stay right here. You crash this party now. You gotta stay.
Clearly,
Don't let
this
that
is a
hand
very
go.
big family. Clearly, this is a very big family.
I have to talk to you because hello. I mean, you've been.
Did you see my sparkly shoes?
Well, can we get a camera? Can we get it on it?
Come up, my sparkly shoes.
You gotta get dressed up for an Eternals premiere. I see you've
I
got.
all of it. All my jewels. They're not mine, but I wear them.
What?
As you should.
What for you means the most about bringing the Eternals here to the MCU and at this juncture in the MCU?
When you look at the cast and you see the film, my words will not mean anything. That's all you have to do.
Yeah.
You just have to take a look. It's a long way to Kansas, and here we are. We're in Kansas, and God bless it. We've arrived. We have a lot of representation tonight. I think it's important, and I think Chloe Zhao has made a fabulous film. Fabulous. We're so proud.
Well, visual effects are a huge part of this film, and we know, that's your specialty, that's your background.
That's my role.
What were some of the things that you were most, without giving anything away, that you were most excited about for fans to see and about the production process?
I think what was important is how expansive we could make it. And that's what we did.
Yeah.
This thing.
You said expansive. For a minute, I thought you said expensive.
No, with an A, not with an E.
I was going to say.
Expensive, not pensive.
Right.
It was expensive too.
Sure, yeah. But it was also, it's expansive, but also it's so intimate as well and very
Yes.
human and very
Yes.
connecting.
There's those moments where all you have is just people talking. And I think sometimes you can just lose yourself in that moment and then you go, oh, this is a movie about family.
Yeah.
This is a movie about belonging. This is a movie about where do I go and who makes certain decisions for us.
Yeah.
Well, we're very glad that you are the one who is making so many of the decisions along with the rest of your wonderful team at Marvel Studios. So thank you for talking to the fans. Thank you for bringing your warmth and your vision here.
Have a good night.
It's so good to see you.
All right, well, that was, we're all part of the Marvel family. Oh, it makes sense to bring the Eternals at this part, into the Marvel family. But, speaking of our Marvel family, let's check in with Josh and Ray. Josh and Ray, what you got over there, party people?
We got Richard Madden, who plays Icarus. Oh my goodness, Richard, you look amazing. What is it like to be here on this incredible night?
It's so exciting. I've been so waiting for this film to come out and waiting to be with the whole audience, so I just can't wait to hear everyone's reactions and see how they enjoy it.
Yeah.
So much of what you do is not exactly practical, right, to achieve while you're filming it. So much is done in post-production. How do you prepare for a role where you're shooting cosmic beams out of your eyes? I gotta know.
A lot of staring in the mirror and practicing your laser eyes. But a lot of this actually we did practically, not actually flying and stuff, but we didn't do so much on CGI. We did a lot on location and tried to kind of make it as real as possible. And that kind of makes my job a bit easier, a bit less acting with green screen balls and more with kind of actors and actually doing it with other people.
Yeah. You can't fly in real life?
In real life. Don't tell my nephews and my niece.
Well, let's talk about that amazing Eternal cast, that ensemble that you have. What was it like working alongside them?
It was just amazing. I have such a great cast, such a diverse bunch of people, and my very good friend Gemma Chan, who we've been friends for over 10 years, so to kind of be with someone who I trust and love and be able to act with them every day is a real gift.
Yeah, and also, this film, on top of skipping timelines, skipping eras, you also go to so many locations. Was there any place that felt truly special while you were filming?
It was quite an experience being on the black sand beaches in Fuerteventura. That's kind of otherworldly, so it was fun to be there.
Yeah. So we get a little bit of insight in the trailer of your amazing fight scenes. What were those like to film?
Exhausting. They were exhausting, but they're really good fun. It's it's kind of good fun when you're 20 feet up in the air, plummeting down and jumping on some monster. It's always going to be good.
That's awesome. Richard, thank you so much. Enjoy this amazing night. We're going to go back to Tamara and James at the front of the carpet. How y'all doing over there?
We are doing so well. It is so much fun to get to talk to all of the folks involved in making this movie, in front of the camera, behind the camera. We hope all of you are enjoying watching what's happening here on the carpet. We see what you're saying on social.
Yes, absolutely. Remember, you can join in on the conversation. We're at YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Marvel.com, so we want to hear what you all have to say.
That's right. Use the hashtag #TheEternals. And, James and I also want to give a special thanks to those of you who are asking questions. We have actually pulled from some of those to talk to the actors with. So thank you.
You did our work for us, really. I was like, these questions are great. So awesome. Thank you for that, fans.
Exactly. This is a full experience. Lots of things going on with Eternals. So we're now going to go and see Justin with a special experience from Marvel Studios, an AR experience for Eternals.
Oh, guys, I'm having such a blast down here. I'm hanging out. I'm playing with the new Marvel Studios Eternals AR story experience, and I just love it so much. Do you want to see what I'm seeing? You want to take a look? Let's take a look.
I'm about to share with you a secret. Not just any secret. The secret of the Eternals. I'm Sprite. The story of humanity is not as you know it. We were sent to guide you. We have always been here.
Get out of here, it's a deviant!
Oh, so epic, right? Oh, man, I'm super pumped. This is going to be out exclusively on iOS October 27, which is even before the movie comes out. So if you want to get your feet wet with this Eternals excitement, my friends, you got to cop the app. We've got so much cool and exciting things in store for you. Let's head back to the front of the carpet.
That looks like so much fun. I know what I'm going to be doing later tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Getting me that as well.
Josh and Ray, how are you guys doing down there?
Oh my goodness. How are we doing over here? We are, epic cosmic event. We cannot keep on repeating it. Ray, what's your most amazing night tonight? What's your favorite?
I think seeing Richard Madden's blue steel laser beam eyes in person, but also, we saw Sarah Finn hugging the cast from Shang-Chi. We saw her hugging Ming'er Zhang and just having such a great time. She had a full chat with Angelina Jolie. So it's great to see everyone come together after they've, been waiting for this movie to be released for so long.
Yeah, right there, the MCU family. Everyone is supporting one another here, out there, not only amongst themselves, but with the fans. You see talent going to the fans, signing, hugging. It's so good to be here under this beautiful, beautiful evening in Los Angeles. Tamara and James, how are you guys feeling? What has been your favorite night?
I think definitely Selma Hayek was just so mesmerized by the moon. First of all, she crashed. It's live. Anything can happen.
Anything. And she just kept talking about the moon and the beautiful location and all of the beautiful interactions in between the cast. It's been very similar down here, right?
Absolutely. And I think the moment that really stuck out, she got to see folks cosplaying as her, and you can see right there in that moment what it meant to her, because another the theme is just how diverse this cast is and what they represent. So many people will see themselves represented in it, and so it's just been really beautiful to see that theme going through.
Absolutely. There was an entire family of Ajax, which is incredible. So watching all these fans and seeing how excited they are, and also just talking with Kevin and Chloe and hearing about the themes and really the way that this film will resonate with audiences for what's going on in our world today.
Yeah. And it was really great to talk to Chloe, too, about just, you just see the way that we got to see how her mind works right here. Again, she goes very big, but also brings it very intimately. And she knows her Marvel Studios stuff. She was talking about Tony Stark, and she's like, well, it's like what Tony said. And I'm like, okay, Chloe, all right. You know what you're talking about. You know what you're doing.
Well, as long as we're talking about Marvel Studios, let's take a bit of a look into the making of Marvel Studios Eternals.
Why didn't you guys help fight Thanos? Or any war, all the other terrible things throughout history?
We were instructed not to interfere in any human conflicts unless deviants are involved.
By who?
Eternals explores the very creation of the Marvel Universe itself.
The film also deals very much with the aftermath of Avengers 4 and the state the world is in.
5 of the Eternals are more of the thinkers, and the other 5 are the stronger fighters.
The Eternals are these remarkably superpowered characters, but also a dysfunctional family unit.
This is what the end of the world looks like. At least we have front row seats.
You know what's never saved the planet? Your sarcasm.
The person to bring that together was Academy Award winner Chloe Zhao.
We go on these emotional journeys with these Eternals to figure out who they are and what it means to be human.
Her vision is so clear.
It's not the typical place. It's not the typical shots. It's not the typical cast.
Everybody looks different. Everybody sounds different.
A lot of people are going to see themselves as superheroes for the first time. Really is an epic global film. The scope and the scale of it is huge.
It's so exciting to be part of something that really feels new.
The impact that Eternals will have on the MCU will be nothing less than redefining the cinematic universe entirely.
What a gorgeous, gorgeous film.
Yeah, oh my God, it's just incredibly stunning. And one thing that I really love about this film is that we're getting a deeper look. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is so much older than we ever thought before. We are going back in time. We're going to, Babylon, Mesopotamia, and you and I are huge history nerds. So this is going to be really exciting to get to see this on the screen in ways that we've never seen before.
That's true. And they shot this all around London. They shot in the UK countryside. And then they shot in the Canary Islands for 4 weeks. So we're talking real ocean, real mountains, real volcanoes.
Yeah, I can't imagine what that experience would be like, but I can say, like, again, this is such a visually different film than what we've seen before. It's just incredibly electrifying to just see the actual being there on the beaches and the fighting. It's all real, and so I can only imagine for the actors it just helped to give an even more powerful experience, as some of them have said before.
That's right. And another thing that enriches that, too, was all of the research that was done by the design team. Oh,
and here we
hello!
go. Speaking of,
Ryan,
hello.
Terry, Henry.
Yes.
We are so happy to have
We
our
got
Fastos with us.
Fastos. Well, we were actually just talking about, the sets and how everything gets built, and your character, a bit of a builder, and in fact, I would say, one of the best builders in the galaxy, perhaps.
I like to call him the
universe.
revolutionary evolutionary.
Speak on it. Speak on it. What was it like, playing Fastos and bringing this? As a kid, did you like to build things? Did you draw on that?
Yeah, of course I did. I had my Legos. I had the Connects and all that stuff. So I just kind of channeled that for this. It was really fun because I got to do a lot of hand choreography. I don't want to give anything away. I don't want to get killed. But it was really cool to be an inventor, to be a scientist, to be somebody that actually create something in this universe.
I do have to ask you about that because, of course, the MCU has a fantastic tradition of inventors and tinkerers and scientists.
Yeah.
If you had to choose someone from the MCU to be Fastos' lab partner, who would you choose?
Oh my gosh, on the spot like that. You know what? I would probably choose the entire Dora Milaje.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to believe that I helped create their weapons, so I would have all of them.
Who knows? Maybe you gave them the ideas. Maybe I don't know. Oh, was that a secret?
I'm not trying to say that that's what should happen, but that's what should happen. But yes.
What did it mean for you being a part and joining? And then you're a comics fan.
Yeah, I am.
And you're a
big
huge
old
comic
nerd.
Big old. Well, you're in good
Nerds
company.
unite, whatever. We run
Nerds
the
are
world.
having a moment right now.
We're gonna have the whole world. That's what you're talking about. Not a moment.
Wait, don't we already?
Thank you.
We got it. But what did it mean joining now? You're a superhero now, and joining this cast that's like a diverse cast of superheroes. What has this meant for you?
It means a lot. I think about my 11-year-old self and my 15-year-old self, right? And I think about how I used to put posters in my locker and how it was kind of a template of what I wanted to do and what I wanted to see. So what I love about being a part of this universe is the diversity and the inclusion, and so people can recognize that people who look like you are out here, people who may be different sizes, who love differently, we all are inclusive. So it's really great to show that anybody can be a hero,
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have a favorite part about when you were filming this movie, something that really stands out to you? Is there a favorite moment? Doing the think and dance.
There's a lot. All of us were very, 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 very close as a family, as a unit, because we all go back 5,000 years together. So we all were very close. Yeah. We all checked in on each other because it is a familiar unit. You're coming right out of the gate with the first installment where you see all of us together. We're not, going piece by piece. You're seeing all of us together. I think the best part, however, was just playing with the fights, being on the beach, playing with Chloe. Yeah. Everyone got really close. Kumail, Selma is literally the mother of us. She took care of all of us. So it was something very special to be a part of. It was truly, truly unlike anything I've ever done.
I actually wanted to ask about that, because this is a film, it's huge in scope, there's all these special effects, these, magical locations, but yet it's those intimate moments between the characters.
This is a very intimate movie. It really does, tug at the heartstrings. There's so many dramatic moments. Of course, with Marvel, we're going to bring the action, but there's so much heart to this movie. And I think that's what I love the most about Fastos is that he's kind of the heart of the team, He is the one that really wants to keep everyone together and bring everyone together. And you really see that in this movie. Chloe did an amazing job directing it and writing it, and it shows.
For yourself, with this character, you played so many, different characters, Emmy, Tony nominated
Thank
actor
you.
here. And is there something that you're going to be taking away that you learned playing this character for yourself?
Yeah, that I get to see myself, a black man, as a hero. I get to see myself as a black man in love. I get to see myself as a black man saving the day. Just things that I never thought I'd ever see. So for all the young black boys and girls out there, I'm here. So.
I see you, I thank you,
see ya.
and it is beautiful work here in this film here. So
thanks.
we appreciate the work,
truly
and we're gonna send you on the way so you can celebrate.
You got
the
a
rest
movie
of the
to
night.
see.
Yeah, you got to get on it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
We
Thank you for
appreciate
talking to the fans.
Thank you.
No problem. Take care. All right.
Good night. Thank you.
Amazing.
Amazing.
So good.
Oh my gosh.
And you know, we got to see Brian Tyree Henry. His outfit, amazing. So fashion forward. And with that, we're going to kick over to learning some other fashions of the carpet with Ray and Josh.
All right, let's take a look.
We are about to check some amazing fashion. I mean, Ray, what has been some amazing fashion that you've seen tonight?
Lauren Ridloff. I could not get over how beautiful that little mini romper cut was with the white on top. Menger Zhang in an all-white ensemble. And I mean, I think the person who brought their best character to their outfit tonight had to have been Angelina Jolie. That gold lip piece was phenomenal. But let's take a look at some of the other fashion that we saw tonight in the carpet. Now I need to know, did you match Richard Madden or did Richard Madden match you? Because those velvet blazers tonight, that's the trend, guys. That is the trend of this carpet.
It was actually my favorite moment. We both looked at each other, we're like, wow, velvet, it's in right now. You know, we emailed each other earlier, making sure that we matched, so it's perfect. So yeah. Tamara and James, what about you guys? Do you have any favorite fashion moments?
I'm not sure. I mean, everyone is looking so stunning tonight, right?
It is. It's a toss-up, but I think I love Kumail Nanjiani in his outfit. It was just so, again, representative of what this film is about. I thought he just looked stunning, and also he had a little bit of emotion up here with us as well. I really like that.
I've got to say, a lot of the actors had emotion, and I think for me, that was really the overall highlight of the night. Just for so many of them, they spoke about representation, they spoke about diversity, inclusion, seeing superheroes that really reflect this entire planet, and I just really love that part of this movie.
Yep, it is so beautiful to see, and of course we want to thank our sponsor Lexus for helping to put this whole entire thing together so we could even just come together, celebrate this amazing, wonderful film. I'm filled with so much like love and family and energy. How about you?
Oh my gosh, how could you not be? So I want to remind everybody that Marvel Studios Eternals will be in theaters on November 5th. Tickets are available now.
You should do it right now, and it's only in theaters.
That's
only
right.
in
Only
theaters.
in theaters. So
you've got to go check it out.
We want to thank you all so much for watching tonight. This has been an incredible experience. I'm Tamara Krinsky.
I'm James Arthur.
Marvel, your universe.
We're Eternals. For 7,000 years, we protected humans from the deviants.
Why didn't you guys help fight Thanos? Or any war, all the other terrible things throughout history?
We were instructed not to interfere. Until now.
You hear that? Eternals assemble.
Whoa, Sky.
Hello.
Hey, who's your gardener?
This planet and these people have changed all of us. When you love something, you protect it. For eternity.
Marvel Studios Eternals.
What's your superpower?
You know that your babysitting privileges are completely revoked. Rated PG-13. Get tickets now.